Hey, we're matching! Kinda.
Good morning, party people.
Welcome to the breakdown. Nath Johnny. We have a channel premiere, which is an artist we've never done on the channel before.
Thank you for explaining that.
Deafheaven in Blur. Do you listen to Deafheaven?
I have listened to them. I do not listen to them. Do you know what I mean when I say that? Like, I've heard them,
Yeah.
but I've never actively gone to listen to them.
I'm the same. I don't know why I've never got into them that heavily. I think it's because of the sort of almost black metal vocals over that sort of, I guess, almost melodic, shoegazy, hardcore sort of sound. So, but apparently this one's a little different. I'm interested to...
It's a little different, unusual. Kath and Kim reference.
Not my jam.
Yeah, I also hated Kath and Kim. Ah, we're friends!
Boom! Oh, that... Do you guys hear that snap? You should like and subscribe just for that shit.
Sure, it was good for you too.
Slap the shit out of those buttons. Not the one that leaves the channel.
Exit!
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. There has to be a feature.
Quietly waiting for it to go dun 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 dun, and then it's my...
I hope it doesn't do that.
Well, that's what they do. Jangly.
Kinda.
That's not screaming.
Sounds like the Smiths.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah. No.
It's a very raw tone, isn't it? Very raw
yeah, it
sound.
is.
I don't know if that's sort of
Has a very...
something they're going for, like, different, because obviously their other stuff is quite abrasive. This is very different.
It is. It has a bit of a almost like a Britpop vibe for me.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it's definitely gone way further into shoegaze than I expected them to go. Do you also think that when he's like looking at the camera, he's just awfully intense?
He's very intense. Yeah, just staring at the camera.
I'm singing so nicely, you motherfucker.
I know we're pausing this a bunch early. I'm so sorry. This reminds me musically of Clarity by Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, now that I think of it, I can hear that. Yep.
Like,
yep.
Yeah, like Lucky Denver Mint or along those lines. Yeah, that sort of tone. I'm actually really liking the song.
Pardon?
Yeah,
it's usually me that makes that mistake.
I mean, I don't really care if you heard what I said then. I'm really liking the song.
it kind of gives me it going from how heavy they were to what this is doing. It gives me a sort of like a vibe of like 100th, like how they went from that sort of almost counterpartsy sort of hardcore to full like shoegaze. And it also kind of reminds me of that band Turnover. Do you listen to them? It's kind of along the lines of this.
Okay. I just got who he reminds me of. Henry Rollins from Black Flag.
Oh, dude, I'm so glad you said that because right from the first time we saw that, I was like, fuck, man, he's doing that Henry Rollins stare.
I was just...
But Henry Rollins is usually going, I will smash your face!
Yeah, a bit more intense.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it only just clicked to me then. I don't know why.
No, it's definitely Henry Rollins vibes. In just the shot and the way he's projecting that intensity through his eyes and his mouth.
Also the jawline.
Yeah, commanding.
Commanding jawline.
He would chew the shit out of some gum.
There's so much more complexity to the music in this song that I think you'd probably first get on listening.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, listen to that drummer.
Dude. Yes!
Get out of my head.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I was like, this dude is like really working those complex and quick fills in there.
So many. In every single section, there's a little quick fill that is way more complex than you would you would think it was at first take.
Yeah, for sure.
Same as even the guitar work as well. There's a few little like licks and stuff in there that really add to that layer, and it is a very layered song.
Yeah, and the song is progressing really nicely.
Yeah.
Like, it's going through some really cool changes.
Apologies if in between it's not the most engaging reaction, because I'm not like, oh, I'm just really taking it in and feeling it.
Yeah, for sure. That's what this sort of music is, and it's sort of got that real melancholic sort of just, you know, drift away with the song.
I can imagine driving. I will be driving this at night tonight.
Oh, nice. We'll talk about the reaction to this after, because I want to touch on that. So it smells again. Nice. Look,
Yeah, I
first
like
and foremost, no TV feature. Disappointing. Also, just before, does he kind of give you Peter Garrett from Midnight Oil vibe as well?
Oh, I can fully see that.
Yeah. You as fast as you ever done that. Anyway, I thought that was great.
Yeah,
I didn't
I like
know what to expect going into it. It just wasn't what I expected going into it. I'd be very interested if you are a Deafheaven fan to know how you feel about that, because obviously it sounds nothing like anything I've heard from them. Yeah. So again, I just want to touch on the whole when you apologise for not reacting. I feel like there's a lot of we've done a lot, but we're relatively new to this in terms of like the fact we've only had this channel this year. There has been comments on videos where people go, most boring reaction ever, or
No,
you
know what?
what?
It is never on metal or rock or anything. It's when we've done like a pop or an R&B or a rap one that might not be our genre, and if we're not getting into it heavily,
Yeah.
then they're like, oh, there's been some comments being like, don't react. It's because like, you're taking it in.
My favourite was, this reaction was missing one thing, reactions. It's like, this part of the reason we call this the breakdown is because we want to watch a song and react to it. We want to break it down and talk about how it makes us feel, because music is very important to us. So we react how music makes us feel. That had a very sort of subdued, like just float along and enjoy the ride vibe, which is what we did.
Yeah.
And look, if you're here because you like this sort of music, you get it. There was so much going on in that music.
That is a huge departure for them.
Yeah.
They did that so well, but
Yeah.
as someone that wasn't particularly like a big fan of them before, I can just get down with that. I
Yeah, for
appreciate
sure.
it.
Yeah.
I find it so interesting though to know what if you're a fan of the band, you've checked them in the past. What are your thoughts there? Because imagine that live compared to say something off their first album.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It would be a
Exactly.
completely different experience.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's where this album is going to go. It's off Infinite Granite is the album? Yeah. Infinite Granite is coming out. So if that's where the album's going to go, I'm all for it. I like that sound. But it's going to be a very big departure from what they did sound like. I'm always interested to know what the thought are there.
Yeah, for sure. Like even like bands like I mentioned, 100th, who were one of my favourite bands. And you remember Me Without You?
Yes.
They did the same thing. Like huge departure in sound.
Life was so much better without him. Sorry.
You had to get one in.
Yeah, well.
You've been too nice for too long.
I really liked that a lot. That was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
All the little, as we said, there were so many little nuances and technical musicianships in that could be overlooked that I hope people took in and can appreciate, because that's something I feel like I'll pick up more on further listens too.
Yeah, and that style of guitar work, that style of guitar work and melody, what's the word I'm looking for? English
Trumpet.
Yeah, now that style of guitar work and the tone of the guitars and that key that they sort of sit in, those progressions, that is like, it's basically like a hypnotic fucking watch in front of my face. It really just makes me go
Zone out. Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. I agree. That's, as I said, I think that's with me elements of that Clarity album from Jimmy Eat World.
There was one section in there that after you said, I was just like, fuck, that could be a chord progression section off that album.
Yeah.
Which, hey, I'm here for.
That's a banging album. What did you guys think of the song? As I said, if you're from the Deafheaven fan base, do you like it? If you're new to the band, what do you guys think? Comment below, let us know your thoughts, and we shall see you in the future. What are you doing?
Beam me up. You said see you in the future? Yeah. Star Trek.
No, I got it. I just...